Welcome back, bitches. Sorry, a little PTSD. Anyways, welcome back, bitches. Today we're gonna be talking about not an event, just a little rumors, not even rumors, just kind of stories in the news lately, and that's our personal favorite cornerback, Richard Sherman. That's right, guys. This guy is always in controversy. It seems like, always talking about it, not really giving a shit what he says, and just kind of floating out there what he wants to float out there. Today I'm going to talk about basically two things that Richard hit on at the Super Bowl Media Day. And that's the fact that, let's start off with the first one. He talked about his former head coach, Jim Harbaugh. He hates Jim Harbaugh now. He does. He absolutely despises him. And he literally said, that bridge has been burned. I have no whatsoever idea of mending it. He's like, that's done. It's over. He was a receiver his first year as a college, and then he switched over to the defensive side of the football just so he could get away from Jim Harbaugh so he didn't have to deal with him as much. He ended up becoming one of the best corners in the league, so, that's all she wrote. But the fact that he hates this man so much, and he literally wanted to ruin his career. He literally said he wanted him to be out of the San Francisco 49ers, and he wanted him to be out of coaching. He didn't want anything to do with him anymore. He wanted him gone. Because when he was being drafted in the league, San Francisco was thinking about taking him, from what they told. Jed York, when they signed him this offseason, told him, they're like, hey, we really liked you. We had you higher than most people. But Jim basically took you off the board. And was like, no, we don't want him. So, of course, Richard Sherman, being him, took that very, very, very personally. And now despises the man with all his heart. Basically saying that Jim Harbaugh is a fucking piece of shit. And that everyone should hate him. And to be honest, that's some pretty crazy news. I tend to agree with him a little bit, and I will get to that in another video. But the real news coming from Richard Sherman is the news talking about the Detroit Lions this offseason. This offseason, he was deciding between the Detroit Lions, apparently, and the San Francisco 49ers, and he picked the San Francisco 49ers because of two reasons. One, of the Lions, so who the fuck would ever want to play for them? And two, he didn't want to play for the Patriots way. That's right, guys. This mentality, this way of thinking of becoming the New England Patriots, of becoming that dynasty, is not a favorable mode. Yes, people want to win, but at the same time, most people think it's really only a way that the Patriots can win. I don't think any other team can replicate what they have done. Richard Sherman also said he was going to get paid a lot more in Detroit, but he still turned them down because, one, they're the Lions. Two, he wanted to have fun, and in the Patriots way, you really don't do that. He likes to play music at work, he likes to be able to joke around with his guys, and he likes to be able to just be himself and have fun, and he couldn't do that with Detroit, based on the fact that they wanted to run it like the Patriots way. So basically telling us that, one, something that we already knew, Matt Patricia is a fucking fat ogre piece of shit. Nobody wants to play for him, although people at the Senior Bowl seem to like him, but that's neither here nor there. Showing that the Patriots way will never work outside of New England. People do not like the Patriots way. The people in New England don't even like the Patriots way. They just win, so they deal with it. Bill Belichick is a fucking military personnel kind of guy, and he runs it like a dictatorship. You do not cross him. Even Tom Brady can't cross him, because look at this, he's probably out. Richard Sherman is onto something, though, when he's talking about the Lions, showing that they have to become their own identity, they have to become their own things, and Richard Sherman saw that easily, and I'm sure all the free agents in the world are seeing this. Richard Sherman is a very open guy, and I agree with him on single thing he said. Jim Harbaugh sucks, the Lions suck, Patriots fucking way they run their team sucks, Matt Patricia sucks. He had nothing to say about that, but I just fucking hate the dude. Richard Sherman is a pretty controversial dude. He does. He likes to bring up a lot of controversial things, and he doesn't really give a fuck what he says or what anyone thinks of him. But in this aspect, Richard Sherman couldn't have been more on the money with Jim Harbaugh and the Detroit Lions. I'm glad he said it, because it was just a matter of time before others said it. Things need to change real quick for the city of Detroit. And finally, an ambassador finally came in and showed us and told us the way we need to think about it. Thank you, Richard Sherman. Thank you for shoving your dick down our fucking Detroit throats, because goddammit, we needed it. Hopefully now, we fucking listen to you. We'll see you next video.